Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now on our whiteboard, again we have the subject from our last video. And this will be a segue into our next video. So I wanted to go through a little review. And the subject that we talked about last time is the strange truth. It's you that create reality. It's you. Outside of you, energy, infinite energy. Everything is outside. This idea that everything is outside we'll discuss a little bit more in our next video as we talk about how manifesting works a little bit. That's not our subject, but we might hit on it. So infinite field of everything, and we talked about how you touch or experience this field of everything. And from that experience, through your senses, your sensory input, you create the only reality there is. So you're the creator. Now how we go about doing that was discussed in the last video. And I'll reference it up here so that if you want, you can have an opportunity to look at it. But one of the things we talked about in there was touching, and the idea, not a concept, a scientific fact, nothing ever touches. Nothing ever touches. And we used your fingers as an example. So that's what this is supposed to be. If you look real close, here's one finger, here's another finger, and here's a fingernail. Just so you get the idea that that's a finger. And as you push these together, the electrons in the atoms in your finger, which are negatively charged, push against each other as you push your fingers together. And as your fingers get closer and closer, you pick up. Your sensory input is that energy of repulsion. And when it gets so much, you'd say, oh, we're touching. Or your fingers are touching. No. There is always a thin gap between anything that you touch. Because you really don't touch it. You are sensing the energy of interference between your energy field and the energy field of the object that you're coming in contact with. I say energy field of the object because there's no object. There is an energy field with certain characteristics. So you never touch anything. And as they get closer and closer, if they get too close, you'll feel it as pain. And that pressure will be to relieve itself. So as you push it together, boom, they spring apart. Just like that. So that's what we talked about. You create your reality on the inside based upon your sensory input of the infinite field. And in the infinite field is everything. So let's see how this is going to dovetail with our new subject now. And this is our subject for today. And let me read it here. First, I didn't put the first part on. And it says warning. Warning. It's a warning for you. You can't leave now. You can't leave now, so don't try. You can't leave now, so don't try. Oh, that's an interesting subject, because you might say, what do you mean I can't leave now? I can do anything I want. Anytime I want. I got free will. Don't tell me I can't leave. I'm going to leave. Well, you can try. But you're not going to leave now. Oh, what does that mean? Well, let us look at our little board here and what we have. And right up here, still we have this infinite field right here, and everything is embedded in it. Now, I mentioned in our intro about manifesting. Now, if you try to manifest, or if you have manifested, or if you want to try manifest it, the process is what you want to manifest is here in the universe, in this infinite field, in the cosmos. Whatever you want is here to manifest. If it wasn't here in the infinite field, you couldn't manifest it. So if you already know, if you tried manifesting or if you have manifesting, that what you're trying to get is out here in the universe, and you are trying to get it inside of you as something that you have in you. So whatever it is, it's here. Whatever your significant other wants, it's here. Whatever your children want, it's here to have in this infinite field. So everything is here. So when I say everything is here in this infinite field, or the universe, or the all, it shouldn't be so hard to believe that. When you manifest, you believe it. You believe whatever you want's here. And all I got to do is do a little fancy dance and say a couple of words, and whatever I want will come to me. Fantastic process. But everything is here. Anything you can think of that you want or what you don't want is here in this field. The good, the bad, the ugly. See, all the things you see in the news, the good, the bad, the ugly, it's all here. Also, what you don't hear that much, the sublime, the peaceful, the loving, the caring. You don't hear much about that. But it's all here, too, in the infinite field. But we don't know how to manifest that. We only know how to manifest objects. And there's no objects here. So we're at a loss. Let's see what this tells us. You can't leave now. Why? You're always here in the now. Now let's take a close look at that. You can't leave. You can't leave the present moment. And I'm going to put a reference up here that I got from AI, who knows everything. And I call her a she because AI is kind of mysterious. Mysterious, like the female energy. Whoa, very mysterious. And so AI I always think of as feminine energy. So AI, this is what she says about leaving. Now, she also talked about touching and the fact that you can't touch anything. There's always a gap between you and what you're trying to touch. But in relationship to now, this is what she says. While the philosophical debate about the nature of time continues from a scientific perspective, we are always in the present moment. The now is the only real experience we have, as past and future do not exist. Oh, I should have read that the other way. The past and the future only exist as memories and anticipations. Memories and possibilities. And so it's pretty clear from a scientific standpoint, you can only be here in the present moment. So that's why I say you can't leave now. Now, when you think of the present moment of now, think about a plane that goes through the cosmos, goes through the universe. Of all the things you want to get out here in the infinite field, there's a single plane of now, because wherever you go, there you are, and it's now. So here's a little diagram. See, I put now here as a plane, a line, just a line on a board. And on one side, the future. And on the other side, the past. And so what was our scientific information? There's no future. And there's no past. See, we believe that there's three things in time: the future, the present, and the past. But AI says there's no future and there's no past. What is there? Now, this line represents the transition point from the future to the past. The future to the past. Oh, things are coming in the future. They're just coming. And then all of a sudden, well, they're in the past. Well, how thin is this infinite plane? Infinitely thin. Because you go along, it's the future, 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 past, 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 past. So thin. And we don't look for it. But it's always there. And we're always in it. We're always in the now. Now, this infinite plane, this cosmos, this universe, this all, not in the future. It's not in the past. This is only possibilities, anticipations of what might occur. What is this? Memories. Memories are constructed memories of what we have interpreted that happened. Did they happen the way we interpret them? No. That's our unique interpretation. So what is this thin line? Well, see this little arrow up here? This is where everything is. See, even in manifesting, if you manifest and you get what you want, when can you get it? Only now. You can't get what you want yesterday. And you can't get what you want in the future. You can only get what you want now. Excuse me. I forgot to turn my phone on vibrate. So I'm having a little trouble here. So now, let me go back. I put my phone on vibrate now. You can only get what you want right here. You can only get what you don't want right here. Everything is here. Well, you might say, well, I can't see everything. How do I know everything is there? Well, think of something. Think of something that's not here. Think of something that's not here. See if you can do that. Take a couple seconds. Think of something that's not here. Were you able to do it? Well, no, of course not. Because everything you think about comes from your belief system, and that is all life experiences, and you don't have any life experiences now except memories. And so you don't, this infinite field with everything has nothing in the future or the past. Everything is right here in this very thin plane. Very thin plane. Oh, I must state again, we're in an illusion. And our egoic belief system assures us that there is a past and there is a future. But they don't exist. There is no future. There is no past. There is only now. You can only pretend to touch now. I can't touch this board or put my hand on it tomorrow. Can't do that. I can't do it yesterday. All I can do is do it now. So let's see what the Course in Miracles has to say about this idea, this concept, this scientific fact. And here's what the Course says. The only aspect of time that is eternal is now. Is eternal. This is an eternal moment that we're caught in, and we can't get out of it. Now, I keep saying that. I've done other videos on it, and I'll try to reference some, if one or two of them, if I can remember, where I have them. I suggested before that you try right now to put something in the past. See if you can put something physical in the past. Now your mind is saying, well, I can go back to my memories and I remember. Memories aren't real. They're not physical. They're just another part of the energy just floating around. Future, same way. All you have is now. Any place you can only be there now. And as the Course says, it's infinite. It's infinite. This now plane. It's always now. The future does not go into the past. It doesn't. Why? There's nothing there. There's only the present. There's nothing in the past because there's nothing physical that you can put there. There's only now. And that's where our life is. So if you want to change your life, the only time you can change your life is now. So don't wait till tomorrow or as you get as old as I am to make changes in your life. You got to do it now. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. Oh. This is a very interesting subject, and I know it's very difficult. Its difficulty arises from our belief system and our egoic belief that there is a past and there is a future. And even within the illusion, at a different level, the evidence is so strong, you can't leave. You are here in the infinite field of everything within the present now until you leave. Bye now.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante,